Here's my garden update for August 9th. It's starting to look like a typical late summer garden. Everything's gorgeous. The mint, the peppers, doing well. This is what I harvested today. I got 4 squash, 2 peppers, a jalapeno, a bunch of gold cherry tomatoes, and 3 Sophia red tomatoes. Down here the geraniums are still in bloom, looking gorgeous. Look at the size of this cherry tomato plant. It's outrageous. My corn, over the past couple weeks I've been fertilizing it since the silks have come out. You can see the ones that have been previously fertilized. When each strand is fertilized, it turns brown and falls off. So these ones are all fertilized, I can tell. So I've got to figure out when to tell the perfect amount of ripeness before I harvest these ears of corn. You can see here on these stalks all the stuff hanging down. Okay, it probably doesn't show up on the video, but pollen comes off of that. So I rip off one from one plant and go fertilize all the stalks I find on others. The squash, still monster squash, doing really well. Unfortunately, the squash bugs are back. Terry killed a lot this morning. I'm trying to find some eggs to show you what they look like. There's some. Oops, let's see if I can refocus. Yeah, they look really, really small. I think it'll be out of focus if I try and zoom in too much, but they're tiny little eggs that I've got to mush. Terry has a hard time getting the eggs, but he doesn't mind killing all the bugs. So, oh, here's the soldier bugs on this one. So this is what to look for over here. You see, the big bug right here is going to eat this one over here, the squash bug. There's 2 squash bugs to 1 soldier bug. So we'll have to watch how that progresses. I've got to come back and kill them. Here's some little squashed ones that Terry squashed. Tons. Oh boy. Man, these squash bugs are monsters. I'm going to have to come back and kill some more. Over here are my newly planted fall garden beds. And you can see I've got 1 little pumpkin germinated. I only planted a couple, so we'll see if they come up. The beets, I don't see anything in the beets yet, or this patch of lettuce so much, although I'm starting to get some little peas coming up. See the little pea shoots? Cute. And over here, each this section in my covered bed here, cold frame, is a different kind of lettuce. This is a lettuce mix. It's the earliest to maturity. I think it's only like 36 days or something like that, so it's not surprising that this is the one that germinated first. Over here, my cucumbers, I thought they were goners, but they're getting new leaves on them, new blossoms even. I think the grasshoppers, I guess, just ate them to death, but they're coming back. I fertilized them, and I've even got a cucumber growing on this one. Where is that? There it is. My brandywine tomatoes are doing great. The Roma over here is not doing as well as the Romas I planted over here by the daisies and the rose bush. But the flip side is that this Roma is doing so well. My little Russian sage is now, rather than being just shaded by the daisies, is shaded by the daisies and tomato plant. So I think I'm going to carefully dig this guy up and just put him in a pot and plant him somewhere else. Now these daisies, look, they're getting new shoots at the bottom. These daisies are just out of control. And it's about getting close to the right time of year. A couple more weeks and I'm going to dig them up. And even the transplanted ones are getting new shoots already. And plant them somewhere else because they're really overpowering this whole area. So I'm going to have a whole field of daisies somewhere. Maybe maybe along the border of the fence somewhere. That's probably a pretty good idea. I haven't made up my mind yet. Because the daisies they're beautiful in profusion, but right in the middle of the garden, it's just not working for me, the way this plan is going. So the lavender is pretty weedy, but it's also time for me to I'm going to use this and see how many cuttings I can possibly get out of this guy and plant it like the daisies elsewhere. It's just too much for this section of the garden right here. I'll probably break these beds up into smaller sections and have each section planted with just 1 or 2 plants, like I did with the fall garden. Make it more of a traditional potager setup. So that's the update for August 9th. Hey Merlin. Say hi to everybody on the internet. Meow.